Good morning, children. This is Shabilsis speaking. Children, the previous video, like the last video, we were dealing with the chapter lines and angles, and throughout the last 2 weeks, you have been dealing with assignments, works, and all that. I gave a lot of assignments, a lot of homeworks, a lot of worksheets to solve, and you have all have done really wonderful. Some of the students of your class haven't submitted the assignments yet, and I have requested several times to submit their assignments, but I did not get that much response from some of the students of your class. And some children of your class have really done wonderful. They have they have submitted the up-to-date works. Whatever I suggested advice to solve, they have done really wonderful. They have really done nicely. So children, we were actually dealing with the chapter lines and angles. This is chapter, that is chapter 5, lines and angles. And as far I can recall, I had just started this particular chapter, and we have dealt with the last question. That was question number 3, in which we had find complementary angles. The sum of some pair of angles were given which are complementary and which are supplementary. That was need to find actually, and we have dealt those questions. So children, in this particular video we will be discussing with more examples and more questions on lines and angles. Children, as you are holding, if you are holding book or PDF of mathematics book, you will be able to find the question number 4 of exercise 5.1 is about find the angle which is equal to its complement. Children, as we know, what is complementary angles, what is complementary and what is supplementary. I'm reminding you all to understand it better way. The meaning of this word complementary means when sum of two angles makes 90 degree. When sum of two angles makes 90 degree, that is called complementary angles. When sum of two angles makes 180 degree, that is called supplementary angles. When two angles are forming 90, it can be 60 plus 30, it can be 40 plus 50, any pair of angles. If it's making 90 degree, it is complementary angles. When sum of two angles is making 180 degree, they are supplementary of each other. So children, here in this particular video we'll be discussing about question number 4. Find the angle which is equal to its complement. One pair of angle, they're equal to each other, and their sum results 90 degree, and their sum results 90 degree. What is that angle, or what are those angles? Answer is 45, because as we can see, 45 degree plus 45 degree results 90 degree, and they're equal to their complements. 45 is a complement of 45, and this 45 is complement of this 45. So naturally it is clearly understandable that this 45 plus 45 results 90 degree, and they're complement of each other. Similar questions is given in question number 5. Find the angle which is equal to its supplement. A pair of angles, their sum results 180 degree, and they must be equal to each other. Answer is 90 degree, because 90 degree plus 90 degree results 180 degree, and these two are equal to their complements. These two angles are equal to the complements. Okay, so here they are supplement of each other. Question number 6 is about, we are given a figure, and that's really a very important and very conceptual question. It will take time to understand. There is a figure is given. Let me draw the figure first. The figure is here about children. It is expected from everyone to draw the diagrams using pencil, not by pen. I'm using pen because it's quite comfortable for me to hold the phone by using one hand, and other hand I'm using pen, so it's pretty easier for me because I'm not using any rulers or pencil. So here in this particular diagram, this angle is, name of this angle is 1 and name of this angle is 2. Children, I drew a diagram on my copy. One angle is 1, another angle is 2. Question is that from the figure, as we can understand, that angle 1 is larger than angle 2. They are adjacent angles. You might be thinking, sir, what is the meaning of adjacent? The meaning of this word adjacent means when two angles are separated, by a common line or common line segment. Here we can see it's a common line segment. By this line segment, these two angles are separated and they have got a common vertex. They are formed from a common vertex. As if you look very closely to my pen where I'm pointing at, this point is the common vertex for both of these two angles. Means both of these two angles have been formed from a same vertex. So naturally, these two angles are separated by using a common line. So here is angle 1 and here is angle 2. Children, angle 1 is obtuse and angle 2 is acute. Sir, how did you understand? Because if I measure using a protector angle 1, it is larger, it's more than 90 degree. It's more than 90 degree. And if I measure angle 2, it's lesser than 90 degree. So any angle, we have understood all this in class 6. When an angle measures lesser than 90 degree, that is called acute angle. And an angle is measuring more than 90 degree, is called obtuse angle. So naturally these two angles are separated by common line segment. That is not a question. The question is that if angle 1 is decreased, what change should take place in angle 2? Both angles will remain supplementary or not? Yeah. Children, these two angles are supplementary angles. Angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary angles. Sir, why? Because both these angles have formed on a straight line. If you look very closely, you will be able to see that angle 1 and angle 2 lying on a straight line. Means if I add up this measure of angle 1 and 2, I'm supposed to get 180 degree. Because a straight line always measures 180 degree. A straight line always measures 180 degree. So here, if I am drawing it accurately, perfectly by holding pencil and ruler, and if I'm measuring with protector the measures of these two angles, I can tell you for sure, guaranteed, the sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. And they are called supplementary, or they are linear pair of each other. Linear pair. Linear pair means when sum of two angles results 180 degree. When sum of two angles results 180 degree, they are called supplementary. And when sum of two angles is 180 and they are adjacent, separated by a common line. When two angles are separated by a common line segment and existing on a straight line, they are linear pair as well. So children, don't get confused if you asked that whether this angle 1 and 2 are supplementary or linear pair. They're both linear pair and supplement of each other, because they are lying on a straight line. That is why they're linear pair. They're lying on a straight line, and some of these two angles would be measuring 180 degree. For that particular reason, These two angles are, supplement of each other, as well as they are lying on a straight line and separated by a common line segment, and they are, originated from a common vertex. So they must be linear pair with each other. That was not a question. The question was that these two angles, one is, it's clearly understandable, it's clearly visible that angle 1 is larger than angle 2. Angle 2 is smaller in measure, angle 1 is larger in measure. What will happen if the measure of angle 1 decreases? What changes will be seen in angle 2? I'm repeating my question once again. As we can see, angle 1 is larger and angle 2 is smaller. What changes will come? If angle 1 decreases? Children, I have got a best example to explain. Suppose you have a hall room. And you want two rooms within that. You have a hall room and you want to make two rooms. You want to make two rooms in a hall room. So of course you need a partition. So while you are giving a partition within a room, two room will be formed. If one room is larger in space, naturally other room will be short in space. The size of other room will be decreased. If you decrease the size of another room, naturally the next adjacent room will be increased. I mean to say, if I draw a diagram to make you understand, suppose it's my hall room, okay, and I want to give a partition over here. So naturally this room will be increased, this room will be decreased. And if I give the partition over here, so naturally this room will be increased and this room will be decreased. Because my room is common and the partition, the size of the room depends on the partition. Where I'm giving it. If I give the partition over here, this room space will be shortened, this room's space will be extended. If I give a partition over here, this room space will be extended, this room space will be shortened. Similarly, if I draw the diagram for the same question, suppose this is angle 1, and this is angle 2. If, as we can see in the previous diagram, angle 1 is larger, angle 2 is shorter. So if I make angle 1 shorter, naturally angle 2 will be larger. It will be larger because they are based on a common line segment or a common base or a common baseline. So 1 and 2, the relation between 1 and 2 depends on the line segment used for separation. If this line goes down, decreases the measure of angle 1, angle 2 will be extended. And if angle 2 is, if measure of angle 1 is extended, angle 2 will be shortened. I hope you have understood the relation between angle 1 and 2 is, if angle 1 increases, angle 2 will be decreased. If angle 2 increases, angle 1 will be decreased, because they are forming from, the main reason behind is they are forming from a common vertex. That is the main reason. So children, as we know that there are some limitations of time limitations is there. So I believe you understood. I have explained only 3 questions today, and I'll be expecting in the first period you go through with this video nicely, try to understand, drop your queries, ask your questions, and in the next period you try to solve these questions out. Till then, thank you so much. Thank you, children.